Welcome to another episode of Behind the Studs, your home improvement and remodeling podcast, where the two most entertaining guys discuss the do's and don'ts in home construction and in the remodeling industry. Remember that you can nail it, paint it, or just tune into the show. How about that? Here are your hosts, Colin Shaw and Jimmy Driscoll.
Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Behind the Studs. Hey Jim.
Hey bud.
How are you?
Wonderful.
You know, we're already rolling right into season 4, episode 2.
You know, you're so good with numbers.
I know, isn't that good? I can count from 1 to 2.
I know.
It's been impressive. I know. Yes.
I like Johnny Carson. I can't remember what we did last. Oh my God, it's just like rolls into another day.
Yeah.
Here we are. What happened? I don't know.
All right. It's like Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not really Groundhog Day because we've never had our guest on before. This is her first appearance.
That is correct.
Right. So we have Dawn Matze. She's the woman builder. Hey, Dawn, how are you?
Hi, good to be here. Thanks.
Oh, nice to have you. Thanks so much for joining us.
I expected a much lower voice.
Hi, how you doing?
Sorry I'm late. I had to go get a tattoo.
Get
We
what?
can do that. We can do that.
Tattoo.
Oh, tattoo. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
Sorry, Todd. It's been a rough day for me today. So I'm gonna have a little fun.
Yeah.
Have a little fun. You're a woman builder. Where are you actually? Where are you located?
I am in San Diego, California, North Carlsbad, and I also am in Henderson, Nevada. I have an office in both locations.
Wow. Wow. Oh, San
Look
Diego.
at you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Man, Nevada.
I
I love Nevada.
I've only been out to San Diego once, and we spent most of our time in La Jolla Beach, and it was just absolutely gorgeous there.
Oh, yeah. Very.
Very expensive. I'm
Yes.
sure it still is. Yeah. It's been a while since I've been there, but I'm sure it's still expensive. But a beautiful, beautiful town.
So you're a builder. You're a builder. You build homes in commercial and residential.
Mm-hmm. I'm a general contractor, builder, remodeler, grandmother of 3. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Jeez.
Wow. And that's so funny. Now this, Tommy, is a speed square. There you go. And Judy, that's a level. Okay. Now I want you to stand over there. You got to train him real soon.
Yeah.
This
Don't let him watch Bob the Builder, though.
Right.
Yeah.
No. Right.
They're going to think the machines talk to him. That's not a good thing.
Can you say blueprints? Yes. No coloring books here. Blueprints. That's it.
So how did you get into this?
Well, I grew up in the Midwest, so you guys can relate, and outside of Chicago. Absolutely fantastic to grow up there. My folks built homes every summer, and of course, us kids were slave labor, right? We got to shovel.
Of course, free labor. Yep.
In the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where my roots came from. That's where I feel extremely comfortable. You know, the foul mouth, contractors, I can handle it. It's awesome, and I grew to really love it.
Wow, that's awesome.
And so
then
what
type of stuff?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then I just moved to California when I decided I didn't want to be in Illinois anymore.
Yeah.
That the kind of the gloomy cold. My sights were set on California, palm trees, beach. You know how you are when you're like 18, 19. Went to college at UCLA, got my master's in counseling, marriage and family counseling, and kind of had a career there for about 6-7 years. Did not like it. It just wasn't concrete enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got it.
And so I had this yearning to build a house. And so I collected all my pennies and decided to go ahead and build.
Wow.
No kidding.
Now you did most of the work yourself?
On the first one, it was kind of a combination of family and, of course, hiring people too. After that, it's all she wrote. I just fell in love with it. Being outside, getting into the construction world. It felt supernatural to me, probably because I grew up with it. And I just absolutely loved it.
So how many years you been doing that?
Well, it's kind of embarrassing. I got my contractor's license in 1987, so quite a long time. And I built specs, and I've built mostly custom estate homes from the ground up, which is really awesome. But in the last 10 years, I've been doing remodeling, which, as you guys know, it's a lot harder than new builds.
Yeah, it is.
It
Now,
is much.
So what do you prefer in the building aspect? Do you like it like right from the ground up, or what's your favorite part? You
I
like?
think if I could have it my way, I would do a new build as well as maybe one or two remodels at the same time. But you kind of go with what's happening in the economy, and everything that's happening in the economy is remodeling. They're, those McMansions just aren't as popular anymore.
No.
Well, you can't afford them. I mean, the materials just keep going up every week.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like we're. I mean, I don't know about you guys out there, but here on the East Coast, we seem like we're starting to level out a little bit, which is a nice thing to see. But still, the prices are still crazy.
Yeah.
You know, $90 for a sheet of plywood. I mean, that's just crazy.
It's absolutely the same here, and it's not getting any better at all. It's not. I mean, it's not going up as much as it was, but I just finished a room addition, and I would say it's probably about 40% over what I started.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The materials are out of
material, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not all the customers are understanding either. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think I've said this before on the show, but I had one customer say, "You should have known this was coming." I'm like, I booked your job 6 months ago. You think I know that plywood was going to be $90? I mean, I would be playing the lottery. I wouldn't even be doing this for a living if I could figure that stuff out. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm sorry. Let me go on my truck. I can get my crystal ball. I'll put it on the table there. Let me think. Oh, we're good. All right. See you in 6 months. Loser.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You cannot know what's ahead. We're just kind of like day-to-day guys, dudes, right? I call myself a dude sometimes because, sometimes I get the name Dawn, D-O-N. They don't understand I'm a female. And then when I arrive.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh,
we
sorry.
Someone
I didn't know if you
somebody came to no, sorry. Somebody came to our door. I'm trying to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Not to knock on the door.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's all fun.
The fans are just outrageous here. It's just amazing. Do you know this guy? Is this the guy that?
I have no idea who this guy is.
You don't have any idea?
Not a clue.
Jeez.
Not a clue.
Great. Perfect timing.
Perfect
That's
timing.
the kind of a day that we've had today.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And when you listen back to this episode, you'll see that we don't edit.
No.
That'll all be in there, so that'll be great.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Dawn, tool time.
Dawn,
Tool
sorry.
time. Real quick. What are your favorite tools? Battery powered?
My
Cords,
favorite.
cordless?
I love the Milwaukee tools. I really love them. The drill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And I have to say, I do have girl tools like the Ryobi lightweight Sawzall. I dig it. I love it. And my skill saw, is a Ryobi.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay.
a little bit lighter weight for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say like the Ryobi skill saw.
I've seen a lot of carpenters use Ryobi, and
Yeah.
I use them. I use a table saw as a Ryobi.
Yeah.
I had it. I still have the same one that I started the company with 15 years ago. It still runs.
Wait,
I mean, it's missing a few parts here and there, and the legs are a little bent up, but overall, it's kind of like us.
I have
15 years. I've kind of gotten messed up a little too. So
I have a Craftsman table saw with the fold out legs. You sit it on the thing. It's pretty busted up, but that thing has been a workhorse.
Yeah.
Craftsman. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of find your favorite tools, and
right.
It's really amazing. I'll walk on the job site with my little tools, and the guys are like, "Whoa, those are girl tools," and I say, "Yeah."
Yeah, but my girl tools, I have a girl pen that signs your check.
Right.
That's it. So
Exactly.
Yeah. I can't even imagine what that's like.
I tell the homeowner, it's power of the purse.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's
And
good.
you can have fun with that one, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's very good. That's very good. That's so funny.
So what are some of the projects you really enjoyed doing? If you had to, people always ask me this question too. If I had to pick one thing to do and that's it, what would it be?
If I had to pick one thing, well, reflecting back, I've had some really amazing, awesome builds from the ground up. One of my clients wanted a husband and wife. They loved Hawaii. They flew me to Hawaii, Maui, and we looked at all the houses that they really enjoyed and loved. And she gave me examples. Of course, we went to the spa too.
Oh my gosh, I gotta move. I gotta move.
Screw your hair.
Nobody's bringing me anywhere.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's
And, we did a big, even the carvings on the cabinets were palm trees, and that was pretty elaborate and expensive. But then I love also the down and dirty shacks in the barrio near me that these investors have invested in, and they're like, "Hey, Dawn, can you fix this piece of shit up to be really amazing? Because I want to rent." And I'm thinking, nah, you really should bulldoze it, right?
Start over. Yeah.
And they talked me into it, but I had a lot of fun. Had lots of fun doing that too. So I don't know. I mean, you know, it's kind of fun just working with the guys. I love my team.
Damn, yeah. And how long you been doing this with your company?
30 years, yeah.
30 years. Wow, good for you.
I know.
Nice. That's awesome. It's
been a long time, but every single house, every single remodel or build is different, and you guys know that.
Yeah. That's the fun part of it. You know, a lot of people will say that in our industry is that, you know, things change from day to day, you know, but the best part of it is always at the end of the job, you can turn around and look at it and say, wow, I remember where we started and look where we are now. And it's very rewarding. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the kind of the juice that keeps me going too over all the years, right? Because, you know, when you think about it, from dirt rises up this incredible house. And I usually don't do plain Jane. I usually, you know, add a bit of stuff to it. And it just is a knock your socks off kind of experience, even in a remodel.
Yeah.
How many on your crew?
I have a very small crew. I do not like to pay the state of California, EDD. So I have a team of probably 10 guys, but they're not all my employees. You know how it is.
Yeah, sub them out. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's a good crew.
That is a good size.
That's a good size crew.
That's actually perfect in my opinion.
It changes all the time. So I have 2 or 3 electricians I call, two plumbers, a couple framers, because sometimes they're not available. It's very hard right now. Guys. It really is. Are you having trouble with that too?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a nightmare.
Forget it. Yeah.
You know, I was just at a house today and the lady's like, I called this plumber and it took him 2 weeks to even get out here. And then he said it was another 3 weeks till he could actually come back and do the job. I go, that's pretty normal right now.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know what you're expecting. They're all of a sudden going to be available, tomorrow for you. No, that's not the way it works.
Oh, I have to tell you real quick. Yeah. I had another installation guy come over to look at the crawl space.
Yeah.
He was telling me the AC unit blew out in his house.
Yeah.
And his father's coming up from South Carolina. His HVAC guy is going to charge him up. He's going to have his air conditioning running by tomorrow night.
Really?
I go, dude, you just hit the lottery. That does not exist.
No, not
Guys
at all.
are 3-4 months out.
Right. Especially HVAC.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the summer.
Exist. So. I said, that's the lottery. You hit the lottery. I don't know how you did that one.
That's
never heard
awesome.
that one before.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, you know, Jimmy and Colin, if I can get a unicorn dude, like a guy that is not too expensive, and he absolutely is on fire. He's got a lot of energy and he does a really good job because you've seen his work. Wow, what a bingo, right? Those unicorns are what I look for on my team. I really do. And it makes everybody look better when you have these kind of guys out there. They work hard.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely. I mean, as you well know, it's a reflection on you. You know, the guys that you bring out to the job sites.
Yeah.
You know, and if the customer has a good experience with them, it's a win-win for you. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I mean, it looks, in my experience, anyways, I don't know about you, but usually if you can get somebody within the first 2 years that they started the business, they're wicked hungry. You know, they're willing to work with you on price. You know, it's the ones that you kind of get in touch with that are like 15 years into it and they've got 15, 20 guys and they're just like, yeah, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. You know, it's kind of like, all right, well, whatever. Yeah. You know, and like you, I'm sure you do as well. You probably pay them a lot of money when you look at the end of the year. Yeah, that bottom line is like, you know, hey, can you be a little bit more flexible for me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who else is paying you that kind of money?
The bottom line, you're sending them a 1099 and you're going, hey, they made more freaking money than I did.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah. We know those days.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Know those days.
Totally. Yeah.
But you know, I think we're on the same page, Dawn. You try to create, like we try to create, a really healthy environment for guys to come to work. You know, it really sucks when one of them one bad apple shows up, because it kind of taints the whole crew of the guys. It sets them off. That flow. I mean, when I worked on crews, framing crews and stuff like that, we had fun. We worked hard. We had good laughs at break, at lunch, and at the end of the day, I mean, it was like there was a brotherhood that went along with it. It was that if you're going to be building a house, and I mean, you enjoy what you really do, and you're going to be building with a bunch of guys or girls, whoever you got to enjoy working together. Because when you don't, it sucks. You don't even want to go to work. You don't care. You don't even want to go to work,
Personally, I'm on a roll of where I want to have fun now in my life. I've done this long enough. I don't need to prove myself, kind of like you guys, right? But you just want people to be educated about the process, and that's why you're here, and also have some good laughs. When I first started my career, there was such intensity, and I had to prove myself over and over and over. And that sometimes still happens with couples, especially the dude, they're like, who is your husband, the contractor?
Jesus.
Where is he? That happens to me all the time. And I'm I'm the contractor. I am married. My husband has nothing to do with construction. In fact, he doesn't have anything to do with it.
I bet he doesn't. Yeah.
That's good.
Wow. Good. Oh, man. That's crazy though. Yeah, it's funny, and not funny, but we had a local building official, and she was a female, and she was an assistant and stuff. She didn't make it very long. I guess the contractors and stuff gave her a hard time. I was talking to the chief building official, and he's like, I had to keep yelling at all these guys, for saying what they were saying to her. I'm like, that's just so disrespectful. I just don't get it. It's like, why can't a woman do this type of work? I mean, it's, there's a lot of creativity. There's a lot of, fine tuning, things like trim work or built-ins and stuff like that. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I would think a woman could probably be better than me at that.
You got to have thick skin, and I don't care if you're a guy or a gal or whatever. And I've tried to relay this to women who are like, oh, I'm so indignant at what they said. And, to be really honest, I've got a really great little story for you at what started out my building career. My very first house, I got hard money. This was when I was quite young. I was probably near 28 or 30. And I got hard money for this spec house. And I had my framers all lined up. I had my foundation all poured. Everything was going really well. The framers, were... it was the era at the late 80s where they wore cut-off jeans, real short. And do you remember that, guys?
Jimmy still has a pair. he wears them periodically.
He told me that they built the walls. They had the walls all framed up, and they were braced, and they were putting on trusses. And they were stacking the trusses, as how they stack them, right? And they're putting the braces behind it, and the guys are all up there laughing their ass off. I think they were high on coke or something. I'm sure.
Probably. Yep.
And they're yelling at me, "Hey, Dawn, look up here!" And the guy with the short shorts, his little ding dong was hanging out.
Nice.
I'm not kidding. And they're all laughing at me, looking at him, and I had to say, "What? I don't see a thing," right? So with stuff like that, you just have to get thick skin, laugh it off, and go, God, I love this business. It's hysterical, and you move on.
Ding dong. That's what we call people. Hey, ding dong. Freaking ding dong. That's good. Yeah, you are. You're a ding dong. Yep, that's it. Yeah, up on the trust. Yeah, you're a ding dong. Yeah. That's funny.
So other than the builds and the remodels, you also offer advice to women. I was on your website, took a look around, very, very, very well laid out, by the way. But you offer free checklists and guides. Tell us about those.
Well, with all my building experience, I feel like, I really want to get into giving back and educating and getting people, specifically women, to understand the process of remodeling and construction. And so many of them, because they're the ones making the decisions, right, guys?
Yeah. Right.
their husbands are like, give her whatever she wants. I just want
Yep.
the bottom line and make her happy.
Mhm.
And so with that in mind, I think women really, really need to become educated on the process, on the language of construction, on how to negotiate a contract, with a subcontractor, feel comfortable about what's going on and who's in their house.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, good point.
That's good. That's great information. That's good. We kind of try to do the same thing on the podcast and in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just takes some education and guidance. I offer construction coaching, and also I have a division of I have the construction company over here that I actually work, and then the education piece is where I'm educating women to take courses so that they actually understand some of these hurdles that they stress out about when, the guys are making sawdust in the house and they don't understand why,
Right. Interesting.
So do you intimidate some carpenters? You must, because I know we do, in our business. Can't help it. It's just the way it is. No, but I mean, you're just, regardless, even, take out feminism or, being a male.
Yeah.
But you show up on a job site and, happened with me. There were just guys that just don't like you.
Yeah.
They're miserable and you got a better attitude and they hate your attitude because they can't have an attitude like you,
Okay. True confession here. 90% of the time, 80% of the time, fabulous guys. I hire over and over again the same guys, especially if they do well and they do a really good job.
Yeah.
It's funny. I always ask the guy too. I'm like, "Are you allowed to make this decision?" As soon as he's like, here's the color I want. I said, no, I'm gonna need to hear it from your wife.
Yeah.
No, sorry, because I know how it works in my house.
That's what I'm talking about. Women are the decision makers in a lot of the stuff regarding their home, and most of my experience is the guy is the bottom line. He wants to know what it's going to cost, when it's going to be done, how he'll be inconvenienced. And the women want to know the color, the type, what's happening, when are you going to bring in that cool tile? And so 90% of the time, that's the way it is. And
yeah. Now, do you get involved in the design aspect too, like the selection of the tile and things like that?
Yeah, one of my things, unique piece about who I am as a builder is that I do you get a twofer, right? A bit of design and the construction general contractor.
Nice.
And so a lot of times they don't hire designers because I offer a lot of things, where to shop, what to look for, what's popular, what's going on. And I kind of really dig that part of the, I am a typical woman that way. I really enjoy the combination of being out there with the guys as well as walking through with the homeowner, or if it's a spec or a project I'm doing myself, getting to pick everything.
Nice.
Good. Yeah. Any injuries? Still got all your fingers, I see. That's good.
I'm missing a fingernail there. I smashed oh my God, I was getting ready for a demo and one of those ramrods, I was moving it and it just like boom right on my finger.
Oh,
it ruined my
stars.
manicure. It ruined my
hate when that happens.
Yeah. That's why I stopped getting manicures.
Dawn, when I was framing houses, I had hair. My hair was as long as yours, and I was walking a wall, and my ponytail came out, and my hair blew right in front of my face, and it was a little bit windy, and I was up. I was a good 22 feet in the air. Next day I came in and my hair was cut.
Really? That's when you cut it.
That's when I cut it. That was too dangerous. It was too scary.
Mm.
And I remember too, when I was framing building headers, doorway headers, I'd always catch my hair after framing it with like, oh shit. I'd always catch it in the 2x4s for some strange reason. Lifting a wall or something else. I'd always do it.
I'd love to see a picture of you with long hair in those days.
You can. It's on Google.
I was going to say, should we just tell her?
Yeah.
She can look it up real quick.
Yeah, you can look it up. Just look up my name. Just Google my name, and you'll see me with long hair.
Yeah.
Or just go. Yeah.
Or type in Trouble Tribe.
Yeah. I was in a rock band, so my hair was long like yours.
Oh, that's
And I was doing carpentry work. So I was doing two things: singing at night and rocking. I was rocking at night, and rocking in the day. Just rocking and rolling all day, all night. Now look at me.
Yeah, look at you.
Now,
Look at you.
Now I just wobble left and the right, wobble it away.
Nice.
There you go.
So, Dawn, what are the things you really don't like about the remodeling process?
Yeah.
We all have that thing that we
list.
can't stand having to get through, but we get through it. And
yeah.
what you got?
I don't like it when a client, I haven't properly talked about the expectations that they're facing, and it's always the customer or the client, they're caught by surprise. And for instance, on one job at the end, they were extremely happy, but then when we came to walk through, they didn't understand what a punch list was.
Oh, okay.
I neglected to talk to them about, because they've never remodeled before, those things that are at the end. Maybe there's 5, 6, 7, 8 things that you are called a punch list, and you can still move in, but we're in process, Did you ever have trouble with that?
Oh yeah, people will be like, what about this? Or you just did this.
Yeah.
Like, listen, we're not done yet. Let us finish, and then when we're done, we can discuss it. So yeah, absolutely, the punch list is key. I hate when a customer brings up stuff when you're right in the middle of it, because then it kind of makes you feel like you don't know, but obviously we know because it's in our head. We're already doing it. We just didn't verbalize it to them because there was no need to. So yeah, I get that.
I just feel like, the more I can educate the customer or the homeowner, the better I am. I've created an expectation list now for when they're going to go through like a kitchen remodel. I just had somebody sign up and we just did the demo. And I think it helps them to manage their overwhelm, what's coming ahead. So I just started doing that. I'm always learning something new, but that's my latest. And I think contractors, your audience, would really benefit by communicating more and letting that usually it's the woman, I goes off the rails, when there's dust and dirt and noise. Noise.
I know. Yeah, I mean, and you can prepare as much as you can. Somebody can say, listen, sheetrock dust is so fine and it just travels. And I can throw up plastic and everything else, but as soon as we take it down, it's all going to be airborne and you're going to find it upstairs on the second floor. And I am sorry, but there's nothing. I mean, we use the vacuums and everything else too, but still, it's sheetrock dust. You know, that's always the worst.
Yeah.
Yep. Love to see you come. Can't wait to see you leave. Yeah. How it usually is.
Exactly.
The romance is over after about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you got 6 months of the project going on.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Now, I know you guys out in California are usually a little bit ahead of us on trends and stuff. So what are you seeing right now that's kind of trendy that you like, whether it be for bathroom or kitchen or what?
Right. Well, everything's white. Everything's about the white, which I think is pretty uniform throughout the U.S.
Yeah, it is.
I keep looking for the next big thing besides white, but white is strong. Mixing it with the blue colors and the green colors. Everybody wants a beachy look, even if they don't live near the beach.
Yep, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you get the I want to make it look more like a cabin, or more cabiny, and the guys always want more wood. The woman wants more white.
Yeah. Yeah, they always want bright.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing the islands with like the blue or the grays or something like that to kind of go up. Yeah. Yep. We're doing all that stuff here too.
Yeah. Got a lot of mixing going on, and even with uppers and lowers we're mixing, and the islands blues and greens. And I just got finished with a remodel where the top is a piece of liquid amber. And we, with that wild edge, that live edge on the side, and it looks fantastic.
Oh, I bet.
Cool.
Well, very cool. So, and you got a blog on your website you've been doing?
I do have a blog. So on the education side, I'm really starting starting to put together some courses. One of them is a bathroom renovation master course for anybody mostly for women that want to educate themselves. It's very exciting. www.womanbuilder.com. And you can get yourself a little bit of education, and it's pretty fun. Live action. We got a lot of action.
Awesome. You can also follow Dawn on Instagram. She's at Woman Builder Dawn. On Facebook, you are Woman Builder LLC. And like you said, www.womanbuilder.com. We get them all.
What a great show this was.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I know I did. Yeah, thank you so much for coming and joining us today.
Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. You make me laugh every single episode.
Oh, thank you.
Good.
In stitches. I feel like I'm right there at the job site with you.
Oh, good. And I'm sure all the other guys are going, who are these knuckleheads? Freaking knuckleheads. Why are you listening to these knuckleheads? They don't know what they're talking about. For crying out loud.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, well. We can't please everybody.
I have my buddy Jason. He goes, every morning when I'm in the bathroom, I'm laughing my ass off to your show.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I know. I know where I am now with you, Jay. That's good.
Yeah, we don't need to know that they're in the bathroom.
Well,
listening to us, so.
I'm just sharing. I'm sharing.
All right. Not everybody needs to know that. All right. Well, everybody, please join us again next week. I don't know who we have on next week, but
I might not be here.
You're not going to be here?
I might not be.
You'll be here.
Well, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.
Exactly. Dawn, thanks again. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
We'll see
you.
Take care. Bye-bye.